Hi guys, and welcome to my channel about living in Spain as a foreigner. If you are new here, it is very nice to meet you, and today we're talking about why I chose to move to Spain. I moved to Spain around 4 years ago, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why I moved here and also why I've chosen to stay. I'm sharing my story because that is probably one of the most common questions I get, both on this channel but also just in real life when I meet other people in Spain. Everyone always asks, well, why did you choose to move here? That is always an interesting question. I also love asking other people about this, so I hope that my story can serve as inspiration. And if you're wondering whether or not you should move here, then maybe this can give you a bit of a guidance of what it's really like to live in Spain. Someone chooses to leave their own country behind to go live somewhere else. There is typically a specific reason why, and also the destination also typically has a high significance, and that's also the case with me. If you're watching this and you already live in Spain, you are very welcome to share your story in the comments, as I'm sure that this will serve as inspiration for others watching this video. So without further ado, this is the story of why I moved to Spain, and in addition, why I've chosen to stay, because those are not actually the same. So let's travel back around 4.5 years ago. I had just graduated from university with a master's degree in marketing, and I was looking for a job. I had already spent the past couple of years living abroad, and I was very much interested in continuing this path. So I started looking for jobs in different countries across Europe, mostly in Spain and in Switzerland, and also a little bit in France. So unfortunately, it was a bit difficult for me to find a job that I really wanted. So after a while of not being very successful in my job hunt, I turned to what I would call plan B jobs. So jobs that I thought I would be more realistic of landing, but jobs that I wasn't super passionate about. But well, at the end of the day, we all have to pay our bills, right? And eventually I was offered a job both in Spain and one in Dublin in Ireland. And although the job in Ireland in some ways seemed like a better fit with my background, there was something a bit fishy about the company and the interview process, and also I wasn't super keen on moving to Ireland, so I ended up going with the job in Spain because I thought I would give that company a chance, and also I really wanted to move to Spain and improve my Spanish. The job that I was offered here in Spain in Malaga was at a call center, so working in telemarketing essentially, and although I had hoped never to have to work in telemarketing again, I did this as a student. I thought, okay, why not? I'm gonna check this job out. It allows me to move to Spain. I just want to say for the record, there's absolutely nothing wrong with working in telemarketing. It's just for my personality, working in sort of direct sales isn't really a good fit. But since it allowed me to move to Spain with a job already, I thought, okay, why not? I didn't have that many other options at the moment. I ended up staying at that job for around a year. It was a bit chaotic. Maybe I'll make another video about that. And then for part 2 of this video, which is, well, why did I choose to stay? So the short answer is that I chose to stay because of literally everything else than the job aspect. I mean, there's so many things you can mention. First of all, I like the climate in Spain. The summers are a bit too hot for me, but the winters are really nice. September is my favorite month, by the way. If you're planning on coming to the Malaga area, I can highly recommend September or early October. Then I can also mention that there is a very nice ambiance in Malaga. It's sort of chill. It's just a very chill and comfortable vibe. There are many really cute restaurants and cafes, and just walking around the city is really nice. I can very much say that I chose to move here because of a job, but I chose to stay because of everything else. And the job aspect is definitely the hardest part. I recently made another video about the job market in the south of Spain and how you can find a job, so I would suggest that you check that out if you're wondering how that works. And regarding the job aspect, I think a lot of people move here just like me, or choose to stay here in spite of the job market, in spite of the opportunities here. It's not that people aren't ambitious, but I think a lot of expats that choose to move here have just decided that they want to work to live and not live to work, and that they want a good work-life balance, and that's something that I find to be very easy to manage here compared to other places. And it also means that a lot of the people that I run into here have a similar perspective on the sort of work-life situation in general, which is very nice. So if you're watching this video and wondering, if you should try to move abroad, I can definitely recommend it. You only live once, life is short, and if you feel like you want to go out there and see if you can find a different way of life, I think something like moving abroad is a very good way to both challenge yourself but also try living differently and maybe taking more charge of your life. And just for clarification, there are good jobs to find here. There is just a tendency for big international companies and or call centers to open offices specifically in the south of Spain to outsource their services and hereby save money, and therefore many of the jobs you will find here that are aimed at foreigners will be in the quite low paying end. And for example, if you have a degree, then it can be a bit difficult to find companies that demand high-skilled labor. I mean, there are exceptions, but just be prepared. But this is something that I talk about much more in the video I made about the job market in Spain. And although living here hasn't been all unicorns and rainbows, I'm definitely very happy to be here still, and I don't plan on moving anywhere else anytime soon. If you're planning on moving to Spain, you should check out the company Bureaucracy, as they can take care of all the boring paperwork for you, and you'll find a link to their website in the description. And by using their services, you also support my channel and help me being able to make more content. You're also very welcome to follow me on Instagram at NinaFreeJen. You'll also find a link in the description. Prepare for a lot of cat spam, but you can also see what I'm up to in my daily life in Spain. And now I only have one thing left to say. Thank you so much for watching. If you like my content, don't hesitate to subscribe and like the video. See you in the next one. Bye! If you've been to my channel before, first of all, welcome back. And you're wondering, why is she suddenly on camera? Well, I'll tell you, the truth is quite boring. It is in fact because the normal type of videos that I make, so all of these different video clips from different places in Spain, take forever to edit and put together. So I thought, okay, I want to be able to make more content, and one way to make faster content is to actually put myself on camera, although that is something I've been trying to avoid, but I decided, okay, why not? Let's see how it goes. So hi everybody.